Hi. I don't have a red flannel. It looks kind of red in this light, but it's orange, so that'll have to do. I don't talk about music. I talk about music, but I have to talk about this new Logic album. I don't know why I feel the need to do this. Nobody's gonna care, or if anybody sees this, they may hate on me because they are fans of Logic or something, and that's fine. But I just feel the need to talk and encapsulate my thoughts. Um, Logic, Bobby, Buddy. The fuck, man. This album was not good. I'll leave the actual reviewing part to Fantano, because Lord knows he'll have some things to say, I'm sure. Um, but dude, why? You came out of retirement for this? You well, actually, I think he came out of retirement for Bobby Tarantino 3, but this is your if you wanted to get one last, fuck you to Def Jam and release a shitty album, then bravo, man. And we all know that Logic loves his little satirical projects and his mind altering things because somebody asked him recently about Confessions, and that album sucked as well, and he was like, well, it was actually like a satirical thing. It's like, yeah, dude, it totally was. You definitely got Eminem on a song and paid for a feature from him because it was a joke. Yeah, totally, dude. It's not just the fact that that album fucking sucked and you felt the need to like cover your tracks and say that it was a joke. um but look, people are gonna say I'm a Logic hater. I'm really not. He has a lot of songs that I enjoy. Well, not a lot. A fair bit of songs I enjoy. A few songs I can tolerate, and a lot of songs I really don't like. But I want to like him because the songs that I like of his, I really like. And I know that he can rap. I mean, who am I to say that he can rap? He definitely can. But he just makes these bad songs and these bad albums. And where do I even start? First of all, such a pompous thing just right at the beginning of the album. Some dude screaming, "Oh, the GOAT! Logic's the GOAT! The GOAT's back!" And then you want to, like, that's already pretty pompous to proclaim yourself to be the GOAT. But then to turn around and then rap about the same shit everyone else is rapping about while also complaining that, oh, I retired because I wasn't inspired, dude. I wasn't inspired to do anything. But you're rapping about the same shit that everyone else is. So where's the inspiration? What's the deal then? Um, all of the songs on the album are just like gang stuff, like money, and just like his own like whatever experiences, which is fine. Rap about that shit, but everybody's rapping about gang shit. Everybody's rapping about cars. Everyone's rapping about money, and he talks about doing this shit for the culture, and in good. I'm a big fan of hip hop. I love hip hop. I really do. So I would love for for somebody to keep pushing the culture, and a lot of people seem to think he does. I mean, he's got fucking all these little voicemails on his album with people like, yo, Logic, man, pushing the culture, dude, appreciate it, like, cool. But it just, for me, it just doesn't, it's just silly. It just feels so silly. And let me talk about these whole voicemail skits, because like I hate skits on an album. I don't think they serve any purpose. I Some of my favorite albums have skits on them, and I don't like them. I'm not just hating on Logic skits. Whenever any artist does a skit, I don't like it, regardless of how I feel about that artist. um I don't think that it adds to anything. I think it breaks up the flow of the music. It's something that you listen to once, just to see what it is. And then every other time you listen to that album, you skip it because it's not a song. It's just a thing. But at least they have something to it. It's either a little comedy thing or a story. This is just random people calling Logic, being like, yo, Logic. Like, there's J.J. Abrams, which was really funny. He's, yo, Logic, dude, I really love those tracks. Insane what you sent over to me, bud. So yeah, just call me up and we'll talk and stuff. Really good stuff, Bobby. Really good stuff. Like, what does that serve? It's just your famous friends, jerking you off on your album. That's cool, man. Like, but nobody cares. At least I don't fucking care. Is there anyone really listening and thinking like, man, I'm sitting here listening to this new Logic album, and I was just kind of wondering. The only thing I have to ask myself is, what does J.J. Abrams think? What does Aaron Judge think about this? What is like? It's so silly. It just is so pretentious and so stupid. Like, and then he wants to turn around and talk about how he's the GOAT and how he's the best and doing all this stuff. And it's just like, what have you done? What have you done to prove that you're the GOAT? All of his albums are either garbage or at best mediocre. He'll have like select songs on each album that are like okay, and pretty good in some cases. Like a few again. I said I'm a guy who wants to like Logic, and a lot of his songs I do enjoy, or a few of his songs I do enjoy, but not at all in the GOAT conversation at all. Every song on this album sounded the same. Unless he wasn't saying the title of the song or the feature on it gave it away, I had no idea. You could play me a verse right now and I would have no idea what song it was. This album was so repetitive that I got happy when Russ showed up. I fucking hate Russ, dude. Like, but that was the only way I could keep track of where I was in this garbage long fucking album with like 30 tracks on it. 7 of them are these pointless skits. Ironically, the funniest part was the Fantano skit, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh man, dude's just a huge Fantano fan." I mean, I do like his stuff. I'm not a huge Fantano fan. It just so happens that his stuff was the highlight of the album for me. And I don't know if he was intentionally trying to troll or make fun of Bobby a little bit, or if he was being genuine. But he was talking in his little skit about not wanting to ruin Logic's vision, and he's like, "How should I leave my voicemail? I don't want to ruin your vision." Which I don't know if that was intentionally kind of poking at him or not. But it's like, dude, like, he's kind of making fun of you, whether he means to or not. Like, this is so silly and pretentious, and it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. And what's the vision here? Just, oh yeah, just my famous friends will call and then just jerk me off, and then I'll just talk about how I'm the best. Like, that doesn't make for good music, in my opinion. And look, if you want to make a song talking about how you're the best, if you want to make a whole album talking about that shit, if you want to make songs talking about gang shit, cars, partying, whatever, I don't even remember what he's fucking talking about because all the songs blended together in just this mush. That's fine. Do that. I don't care. It's your Def Jam contract. It's your life. It's your time. But then you can't also say you're the GOAT. You can't. You just can't do both. You can't be aggressively mediocre and then say you're the best. You just can't. And he loves to, and then, and this point of having it both ways is highlighted on this fucking album, on the song Decades, where he talks about money isn't everything, and then proceeds to rap about money on a bunch of the other tracks. And even in that same track, he's like, I could have copped that Lamborghini off the lot. I could have. I just want to let you guys know that I could have, because I am rich and super wealthy. But money's not everything. I have jewelry, and a bunch of girls want to hang out with me, and I'm in this big ass house and can record and do whatever I want. But also, money's not everything. So just want to let you know. Just want to make that clear. It's so silly, and it just is pretty pretentious. And it doesn't make for fun music, in my opinion. I mean, at the least, he could have made it sound good, but he didn't. All of them sound the fucking same. Again, the only way I could tell the difference was the features, or if he on a song like Tetris talked about on the block like Tetris, which a lot of repeated bars. I noticed that he talked about on the block like something a few times. There was another bar that I off the top of my head, can't remember, but I remember like sitting through it and being like, he said that already. Like he said almost that exact same thing already. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It was just, it was pretty disappointing because I heard the first few features and I was like, yeah, okay. And then I forget what song it was, but one of them, I see again, I don't even know the names of the songs because they all sound the same. But one of them was pretty good, and I was like, okay. And then the whole album comes out, listening to it all in a row, I'm like, dude, like, I want to like Logic, I really do, but I don't know, man. This shit was bad. It was bad. Like it was not fun to listen to. I had to take like I listened to it during work today and I had to take like 3 breaks from it because like I was like I got to put this down. I can't listen to this anymore. Like it's too much. It was giving me a headache. Um I did like some of the features. I couldn't tell if it was just because compared to Logic they were better or that they were actually good features, but some of the features I thought were fine. Um, I hate, and again, this just goes to Logic's kind of pretentiousness, in my opinion. He's got featuring Doctor Doom on one track. That's you, dude. You can't feature yourself on your own. Low key, it is kind of funny to feature yourself on your own track. Like if I just did like Dave Mollahan featuring, uh, I don't have another. Oh well, if I just did Dave Mollahan featuring Davey Doughboy, those are my 2 channels, right? It's me. It's fucking me. Like, but a low key is kind of funny, in a ironic way. This was bad, dude. This was rough. It was a rough listen. I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed. It's just super silly to call yourself the GOAT and then talk about the same shit that everyone and their mom is talking about. Um, do your thing, man. That's fine. But it was either his famous friends sucking him off or him talking about the same shit every other rapper talks about, but then also having this holier than thou attitude to be like, yeah, but I'm not like other rappers. My lady, I'm not like other rappers. I rap about that stuff, but I also don't sometimes. So, you could hit me up and we'll hang out. But I can't hang out with girls though, because I have a wife now and a kid. So, but I will rap about girls who want me though, because I love my wife so much. You see, it's silly. Um, I can't think of anything else I want to say. It was such a just a really bad album. It was not good. It was not fun. It was not a fun listen. It was not a good listen. It was a very pretentious listen. Um, I do like at the end he shouted out everybody at Def Jam that helped him out. That was nice. That was a nice touch. Um, Trying to think of like other specific examples to back up my point, but I can't. Look, people may find this video and hate on me and say that I'm a Logic hater. Again, for like the 3rd time, I'm not. I wanted to like this album. I want him to make good music because he can. He just doesn't. And another thing. Let me back up here to the whole Fantano thing. You wanted to do what? That's what I was forgetting. He says on this song where he's rapping about Fantano how he wanted to murder him. He dreamt about murdering him. That's fucked up. That's a crime. That's just straight up confessing to wanting to kill someone, dude. You can't do that. And it's like, oh, but it's cool now because we're homies. Like, if one of my homies was like, hey, Dave, when we first met, I wanted to fucking kill you, dude. But now, I don't want to. I would have been like, cool, dude, don't talk to me ever again. That's fucked up. That's a fucked up thing to say. And for many reasons. One, because it's straight up just fucked up. And 2, you wanted to murder him because he didn't like your music? how does that make sense? He constantly in this album talks about how people love him, and he's got his famous friends sucking him off the entire time, like, yo, Logic, dude, that shit's tight, dude. Obviously, people like you. You love to talk about how you make millions of dollars, and at the end, you're like, shout out Def Jam. I made you guys millions of dollars. Like you obviously make a lot of money, as you love to say, so there are people out there that enjoy you and support your music. What is one dude on the internet? How does that matter? How do you fixate on that to the point where you want to legitimately kill this man? Like, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. People are not gonna like you, man. You can't, and that's fine. And like I said, obviously people do. You make a lot of money. You love to tell us about how much money you make, and that's fun, and that's so cool. Rapping about crypto is totally cool and fun, and a lot of people like it. I don't know, man. If you like this album, more power to you. But I don't. And again, I'm a guy on the internet. Who cares? Who cares what I think? I don't even care what I think half the time. So, like, I just wanted to make this video because I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. But yeah, don't kill me, Bobby, please. I do respect you. I respect you for doing your thing. I really do. I honestly, like, hand to God, I respect Bobby. I respect Logic a lot. I want to see him make better music, in my opinion. Again, that's just me. All right, thank you guys. I'm sorry for whatever this video was, but I had to get this off my chest. So, see ya.